73 degrees, sunny, and calm on a Saturday in March. Let's go fishing.
Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you all so very much for joining me. It is March 21st and it is 74 degrees today. So my rule always is that the first Saturday it's above 70 degrees, I'm going fishing. So it's a Saturday, it's above 70 degrees, I'm going fishing. All right, now when it comes down to it, water is high, the water is relatively cold, and the water is dirty. Not terrible dirty, but dirty. So, you can get out here. I'm gonna try my black and blue flake Senko and see how that goes. I'll be honest with you, if this doesn't go well, I'm probably gonna end up throwing on like small spinnerbait or something, you know? Just catch for whatever bites. But anyway, that's where we are. Woo! It's kind of hot, actually. I can't believe I'm saying that at the end of March, but it's kind of actually really kind of hot right now. And I didn't bring sunscreen, so that could be a very large problem, but we'll see. Got one. Here we go. All right, he choked it. Dang. All righty. First bass of 2026. I need my pliers because he choked it. All right, so he was in the wood. There we go. All right. First fish, first bass of 2026. Take a picture, send to my wife. All right, bye-bye, fishy. There he goes. Alrighty. Now he absolutely choked that thing. Alright, he was up in this wood pile up here. Alright, I'm not sure if y'all can see that or not, but this little brush lay down, he was up in that. So we'll see if I can't pull another one out of there. Maybe one a little bigger. Alrighty, y'all. Alright, y'all. Well, it's about 7 o'clock. It's gonna darken in about 40 minutes. I'm really sore because I didn't go kayaking at all last year, and yeah, I'm not comfortable today. I don't know why. I did test out all of the updates that I made to the kayak last year. These foot pegs are game changer, although I do need to add a little bit of padding right there because it's where my leg's digging in. All in all, though, they did very, very well. The PVC pipe to film with is not going to work. I am going to have to come up with some better option there, and I don't know what. I've got to figure something out, though, because this is not working. I think next upgrade I need to make is I need to add some more more rails up here, because the rod holder is way too close here. It keeps getting in the way. I think if it was up there a little bit further, it would be out of the way. So that's my next upgrade, and I actually have the rails for that, so maybe I'll go ahead and do that this weekend, maybe. All in all, semi-successful day. Did better than I thought I was going to do. I caught one, so we'll call that a win. But yeah, all in all, successful first trip out. Still a few things I got to get dialed in before I take my long fishing trip in July. So I'm going to be fishing for 5 days with a group of people down at on the Cumberland River. So I need to get this dialed in before then. So alrighty, well, I guess I'm gonna head back to the ramp. There's somebody pulling off a pontoon boat at the moment, so I'm gonna let them get out of there before I start pulling up there. We'll say they're pulling a pontoon boat with what appears to be a Chevy Blazer, which is ballsy, to say the least. Also, real quick, if you drop your boat, if you launch your boat at a boat ramp and you take the parking, and there's not like assigned parking spots, and you take the one that's right in front of the ramp, you're a butthead. Please don't do that. It's really annoying for everyone. Anyway, one fish. See you out at the house when I'm making the updates. All right, everybody. So as you saw when I was fishing, I had some issues with the rod holder here, where it was a little too close. So I wanted to add some more rails to the kayak. So I got one that's going to be set up over here. I got this one right here. I've already got this one started. You saw me put these ones on, so I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail about how I did that. But so what I did, I put it in place, and then I've been screwing it in. Always recommended whenever possible when you're working with a kayak specifically, or really screwing anything into plastic, always use a hand tool. If you use a drill or like an impact driver or something like that to screw these in, you're more than likely going to strip them out, even if they are aggressive threads on the screws. But yeah, so I've already got this one in place, drilled in, drilled some pilot holes to get started, and now I'm just adding the screws to lock it in. Now, unfortunately, I did buy these kayak rails on Temu, or however the hell you pronounce that. And one thing I found is when I went to go put the rod holder, this little gap right here where it's meant to be added is really tight. It's really difficult to get this in and out, which is no bueno. It can be gotten in, but it's very hard to get it in, and then even harder to get it out. So I'll probably take a razor blade here shortly and kind of widen that out a little bit. And I just finished putting these screws in. Also, you may notice here behind me, I don't know how well you can see that, but I took another rail off of the gray kayak that I had previously, and I added it right behind my seat. So this is going to be my filming boom moving forward. It is a little shaky, but it's not terrible, right? And I think when it's on the water, and I'll test this before my big kayak trip, but I think once I get on the water, I think I'll be okay with that one. It's just a matter of see how it goes. Now it's really wobbly here in place, but I don't think it's going to be that bad once I actually get going. All right, just got one more screw here. All right,
it is in place. So there we go. I've got another rail mounted here. Relatively easy process. And again, I just need to figure out why. Yeah, it's just a little bit narrow. All right, so I'm gonna grab a razor blade and kind of widen this out a little bit. And there we go. Got my rod holder in place. And that's a little bit further away. Will hopefully be out of my way when I'm paddling now. Anyway, I'm gonna get the kayak flipped around so I can put on that other rail. And yeah, I'll see you in a minute. All right, now I am ready to put on this second rail. So for starters, what I'm gonna do, actually grab one of the screws, and this is gonna be my pilot. And I'm not gonna actually screw this in like this, but what I'm gonna do is put the screw in, push down really hard, so I get my pilot hole. It's right there. Now I'll take my drill, and I have a very, very fine, I don't know if you guys can even see that drill bit, a very fine drill bit. I'm just gonna drill this into place. All right, that's gonna be my first one. And once I get the first one in, the rail's gonna be relatively held in place pretty well at that point. Whoops. Now I can go through, drill the holes I need. So far, I've had a relatively productive day. Considering adding another rail right here, or maybe right here, I don't know. One of these two places probably. Probably right here, honestly, for another camera facing backwards. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. All right, so as you can see here, I've got 4 of the screws in. I have to get back to work. I'm currently on break, so get back in there. I'll be back on my lunch to finish this up. And this one's probably going to be for cup holder. And I don't know what I'm gonna use these for, if anything, anymore. They're just a little too far back. We'll see. All right, so I went ahead and drilled out the rest of these holes, and now I'm just ready to put in the last of the screws, and we'll be pretty much ready to go on this one. Got our new rails on here. That should help out as far as moving rod holders or cup holders or whatever we're going to use up forward a little bit further. We should be good to go with that. Beyond that, I need to get some more scupper plugs, because as of right now I only have this one. I need to get, oh, never mind, I got 2. That explains why that was extremely uncomfortable the other day. So I have 2 scupper plugs, so I've got these 2 right here. Actually, that's probably all I really need. Got my wacky rig hooks, which need to be put back in here, and a worm. Huh. Not sure how that all got down there and how I didn't notice it. All right, got everything. I got my 2 scupper plugs in there now. And I just gotta clean up, and I think we're good to go. All right, y'all, well, there you have it. That's going to do it for this particular video. It was good getting the kayak out for the first time this year. Again, as I mentioned in the video, I plan on doing a lot more kayak fishing this year, at least I hope so, or at least bare minimum a lot more fishing this year. But as I mentioned, that is going to do it for this particular video. I want to thank you all so very much for watching. You have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. If you're getting ready to go to bed, you have a good night's sleep, and I will see you on the next one.